Hi everyone, I'm Scott from Sharky's Greenhouses. Amy's behind me here. Say hi, Amy.
Hi.
We're back live from the greenhouse. Today we're talking about shade hanging baskets. So we're continuing this week with our theme of hanging baskets because that's what we're doing right now in the greenhouses is lots and lots and lots of thousands of hanging baskets are filling up these greenhouses pretty quick. So be sure to say hi to us. Let us know that you're out there watching us either live or on replay. And be sure to hit follow. There should be a button on either side of the screen. If it says follow, go ahead and hit that button for us, and that helps us so that you're following our material on Facebook. You don't miss out on videos. And we did a funny video yesterday. Amy's mom came in, Alice came in to help us out a little bit, and did you watch that video? We posted it both on our Instagram and on our Facebook page, and also our YouTube channel too, of Alice trying to
Keep up with the machine.
Yeah, keep up with our big machine here. And we both said, I wish we would have got that first shot because I was in this greenhouse watering and I could hear the chaos. So I'm watering and I could hear Alice just hollering because she could not keep up, and she's like, shut it off, and Amy's like, I can't shut the machine off every time you get a little bit behind. So if we would have had that captured on video, that would have been hilarious. But she was a trooper. She did a good job, and
she got better by the second time.
Yeah, she did pretty good. But I don't think that she'll volunteer for that job again. And my mom was just here. She was helping us out. We didn't dare put her on the machine. I think she was like, no, I'm not going to try that. But she just came in. She wanted to help out. She was putting in tags into spikes for us. And that's, it's just some of those jobs that have to be done. But yeah, it's for us, it's like, it's just another thing that we got to get done. So it's nice when we have family come in. But so anyway, we are talking about shade hanging baskets. So, shade is a harder thing to do because there's just not as many plants that like the shade. And you talk about the petunias and geraniums and that stuff, all calibrachoas, they all go in the full sun, and some people just don't have full sun in their yards. So we do have a few plants that do great in the shade. So if you're in that category, fuchsias are one of them that we do a lot of fuchsias, but they go very quickly because there's only certain spots in my greenhouses that we can grow them. So we
slow growing.
Yeah, and they're slow growing. You have to understand, if you get a fuchsia hanging basket early on in May, it's not going to be this gigantic hanging basket. It'll grow all summer long. But just when you're walking in the door in May, understand that it takes a little bit longer for fuchsias. They're always slow growing, but they look beautiful by summer. So we're going to be planting up these fuchsias, and this is the dark eyes, the purple and pink, and here's the tag for that. And yeah, I know it's probably written backwards, but it does say fuchsia on there, the dark eyes. So that's going to be this, and also we have Swing Time, and that's the red and white color. And so those are our two most popular, but these are fuchsias that trail down, and most fuchsias do trail, but there are fuchsias that grow upright. So if you're at your local greenhouse, take a look at those tags. There's a lot of information on those tags, and take a look on the back, and it should tell you, is it a trailing or is it an upright? So you don't want to get an upright and you're expecting for that hanging basket to be trailing down. So you read that information. It's there for a reason. It's a good resource to have. Now, one of the things I have to do with the fuchsias is I have to pinch them. And you can see, I'm going to pull this plug out here. They're growing straight up, and before we even plant them, and the time to pinch them is now. You see how upright this plug is? We want this to branch off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and maybe not quite halfway down, and I'm going to go through it, and I'm just going to nip that off and give it a good pinch. And so I took this off, and it's going to kind of fork out and grow multiple vines from where I pinched it. And so that's something that we have to do with the fuchsias. Sometimes they do them at the grower that we get these from. Sometimes they do them, sometimes they don't. But I noticed with this tray of fuchsias that it does, for the most part, it needs to have the fuchsias pinched, and it's just going to make a nice full basket like this. So again, I'm just going to take this, and we do it really fast. We just nip it off, and yeah, and we only have to do it once. It's usually only once. It's probably not something that you have to do at home, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you have something like a fuchsia that maybe it's just not as full as what you want, yeah, you can go ahead and give them a nice quick pinch. Yeah, and that'll force that growth out. So that's just something to keep in mind. So that's something that we have to do. And one of the questions that we have for you for hanging baskets: do you like solid colors, or do you like a color combination? And what, if you like solid colors, or if you like a color combination, go ahead and comment down below what you like. There's some people that like solid colors. My dad was like that, and he raised thousands of hanging baskets, and but he did not like color combinations. So on their house, it's red, or it's purple, or it's pink, or whatever. He didn't like to mix up the color combinations. Personally, I like color combinations. What do you like?
I like color combinations.
Yeah.
And plant combinations.
Yeah. It doesn't have to just be petunias or just geraniums. I like a good mix of something. So go ahead and comment down below, and let us know if. I got distracted. Paul's commenting. So, are my pancakes done yet? So Paul's back on here asking for pancakes. You're funny, Paul. Crazy Uncle Paul. So, I'm easily distracted. I'm like
a hummingbird.
Yeah, I see something shiny over here. I'm like, oh, look at that. So Linda from Texas commented yesterday. We both cracked up laughing because she said, oh, you guys work so well together, and Amy keeps Scott on subject, right? That's hilarious. Good one, Linda. For sure, Amy keeps me on subject. So back to the subject at hand. So we're talking about hanging baskets, shade hanging baskets. So that's fuchsias. We've got a bunch of fuchsia hanging baskets to plant up. I've got some begonias. Begonias are another great one for shade. And this is called Homilus, and you can see the pretty little flower. It's just starting, and so these are a tuberous type begonia, and there's the tuberous begonias that have the great big flower on them, and this is a Homilus, and it's a great big, hard to pronounce word, but it's Homilus, and this actually has multiple little flowers. So the flowers are much smaller, but it has tons of them, and these turn out fantastic. And again, it's a very good shade-loving flower that you can have for your hanging baskets or containers. And just to make a mention on hanging baskets, Amy said this yesterday and brought it up, but we want to reiterate this, that when we're talking about hanging baskets and hanging baskets, that's kind of our niche. That's where what we're known for is the hanging baskets. But when we're talking hanging baskets, this is just a container, a pot that has hangers on it. And it's really, the only difference is that I'm going to hang this up. A lot of people buy hanging baskets and put them on a stump, or put them, take the hanger off and put it on their front porch steps or something. So don't tune us out if we're talking about hanging baskets and you're like, yeah, I don't have any hanging baskets. I only do containers. It's the same thing. It's just location. The hanging baskets get hung up typically. So when we're talking about watering a hanging basket, the same principle applies to containers and pots. And, so just because we're talking about hanging baskets, it doesn't mean that we're not talking about how to water a container, a 12-inch container. But tomorrow we're going to be talking about geraniums. Yeah, geraniums. So geranium hanging baskets specifically. So that's going to be our topic at hand. Okay, keep me on subject. What else do we talk? We talked about this morning, and I got lost.
You're good.
I got lost after Paul's pancake comment.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's saying, "What's for lunch?"
Yeah, chicken salad.
Chicken salad. Chicken salad is what's for lunch. So anyway, but comment below, do you like combinations, or do you like to just have a solid color for your hanging baskets or your containers?
So just to reiterate, when we're pinching off the fuchsias, that's something we do at the greenhouse. But what about like waves or petunias? We had that question, I think a couple days ago, of how many times should we trim our plants during the summer.
Yeah, the petunia hanging baskets, a lot of people say, oh yeah, you know, I trim my petunia hanging baskets every 2 weeks. To me, something's wrong. If you're trimming that hanging basket more than, that's fine. It's fine to do that in early spring. But if you're going through summer and you're still trimming your hanging basket, something's up. So to me, it's a maintenance. And we have one hanging basket that we do trim because it's right in front of our kitchen window, and we just we cut the bottom of it so that we can see the birds, at the bird feeders, and
it gets too long.
It gets way too long. So that's a maintenance thing. But if you're trying to force growth and trim up a petunia hanging basket, there's something wrong with that. And we did do a video. So again, I'm pointing you to our YouTube channel. We have a video on trimming up hanging baskets, specifically, your petunia hanging baskets. So check that video out. And another thing to check out is our beatyourneighbor.com website. So there's a lot of information there. There's a lot of blog articles. So if you're someone that likes reading, our blog article, there's tons of articles there. And of course, our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer is there. We also have almost 100 other products. So don't think that it's just going to the beatyourneighbor.com website for the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. There's a lot more there. So be sure to check that out too, and check out all those other products.
Tell them the states that we're waiting on approval, that are waiting on approval.
Yeah, so with the beatyourneighbor.com or the Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer, we have to be licensed, registered. We have to have all the legal things checked off.
Pay the fees
and the tonnage reports. And there's so much that goes into shipping our fertilizer to a new state. So that's why we're in 36 states right now, I think, which is twice as many states as we were last year. But there's a lot of work, and especially if a state has really tight restrictions on fertilizer, it's a big hoop to jump through.
Getting the approvals for everything.
So getting the approvals, and so Amy's been doing all of that. That's why we went from 18 states to 36 states in
we're waiting
a few
on
months.
Idaho.
Okay, Idaho. Massachusetts. And Maryland. So, those are a couple big, East Coast states that we would love to get into.
Yeah, some of them take 6 to 9 or.
Yeah,
6
Idaho is a
months
long waiting period, basically. That didn't you say 90 days or something?
Yeah.
That we have to pay the fee up front, but you got 3 months before they'll even.
Look at it.
Yeah, look at it. So that's that's one of the challenges, but that's one of the reasons a lot of people ask us, why don't you ship to my state? Well, that's the reason is there's a lot of paperwork that has to be done, and with 500,000 plants in the greenhouses and so much going on, it's just a lot for us to try to get to, and it's hard for small business owners.
I tend to tackle that. I tackled that after July.
Yeah, so
then any new states coming on for this next season will come after July.
Yeah. So that's the topic of today is the hanging baskets. That's what we're going to get into. We're going to finish up our petunia hanging baskets and then jump into our fuchsia hanging baskets and finish those up hopefully today. And
for deliveries.
We have more plants coming in. At any point they should be showing up. So we're not ahead.
I think we're doing good.
We are doing good. We're not sitting here with nothing to do. That's for sure.
No.
But so tomorrow we'll be back and we'll talk to you about geranium hanging baskets, and we'll show you. We have a special spot in our greenhouse where we put those that we'll talk a little bit about. So, See ya. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.